Breakfast. Eat your breakfast. Eat your breakfast. Get up. Hey, Edward. East Coast. PJ. Well, as you notice, I don't have my back going because the computer that ran that screen took a dive yesterday. I was messing around with it and all of a sudden the screen went swirly and then it just shut off and didn't turn on again. It just goes to show you don't mess with things, but you can't help an old guy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry about that. I just had to deal with Mia for a minute. I love her to death, but sometimes she's a pain in the, you know. Is that better when I turn that light off? Otherwise, it was a little bit bright, wasn't it? Yeah. So, um, TJ looks different this morning. Yes, it does. I had to blur my background because if I don't, I show you my background is probably pretty shitty looking. Uh, that doesn't look good. So, bugging me again. Be right back. Anyway, okay, so I'm back. How's everybody doing today? Ed Hassick, good morning. No, my big screen, I had an older computer set over here at the side that used to just run that big screen. Big screen works, but there's no video to it, and it the video goes over there with an HDMI cable, and I don't have enough ports to plug in HDMI in any of these computers, so is what it is. But I ordered, which I hope is going to work. I ordered a what the hell? I ordered an adapter from Best Buy that I'm hoping will work. So it takes HDMI and reduces it down to S. Let me see if I can pull it up. Screen share. That's what I ordered. I can pick it up today after 11 o'clock. So I'm hoping that I can plug the HDMI cable that comes from that big screen TV around over to here into that, and then plug that into an outlet. So I can just take this computer here and just dump that over there. So whatever I'm watching here gets put on there. I'm hoping that's going to work. What's everybody think?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Hang on.
Just all right?
Sorry?
Just all right? Or are you doing good?
Yeah, you got no links nowhere, mind.
I put them in. Okay.
Good morning.
Let me do it again. I'm having computer issues here if you didn't catch that.
Hang on. Got everything fucking running. What's going on?
Second here.
Morning, all. East Coast. I can't stay on too long because I'm
Okay,
got it.
well, here's a question for you. You're an electronic guy, right?
I'm not. Most people in the chat will be.
The I got an HDMI cable that comes around here over here that used to go to the small computer over here that used to run that. The
Yeah.
small computer dumped itself. It's not any good anymore. So what I ordered was
Good morning, all. Afternoon,
good
Rob.
morning.
Very good.
What I ordered is an HDMI adapter that goes down to a regular USB plug, you know,
And then where you going to plug that into?
into this computer that is running. This computer is running too, and I'll just set it for that kind of thing and just let it play it over there.
Is that all you use that computer for, is it?
What, this one, the second one?
Yeah.
No, I do other things with it, but I'll just set it to that while I'm doing my live stream.
No, I just thought it might have been easier for you to have like a Fire Stick plugged into that telly behind you,
A what?
and you can just run YouTube.
I don't have Fire Stick.
Well, you could buy one; they're cheap enough.
What the hell is a Fire Stick?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
I bought it at Best Buy. They opened 11. I'm going to buy it. It's an adapter that I think is going to do the job.
No, it won't if you're plugging into a USB, will it?
Why wouldn't it?
Because a USB is not.
It's not video out.
That's the word I was looking for.
No?
No.
Crap.
No, you need to have something that takes your video output from the computer to the TV.
There's HDMI and there's something else on the back as well in there. I can't think. I don't know.
Well,
Some do have a USB, don't they? Which you can run. I can.
I thought the USB ports, once you plugged in like a
No.
HDMI,
No, it has to come off the video card.
Correct.
well, the junk computer, let's call it that, just had an HDMI plug in it, and it had USB plugs on the back too.
No, see, the East Coast is right as well. Be so much easier just to have a Fire Stick instead of running a line, my computer and all.
Yeah, but I don't think, let me look.
Yeah, well, then you'd have to teach him how to use
I don't know
YouTube
how,
on Fire Stick.
Well, it's already.
all I have on here is just HDMI outputs.
So what has gone wrong today then?
What's that?
What has gone wrong?
Oh, the other computer just shit itself. It's old.
So what have you done then?
Took it apart and put it over on the floor, and then because it wouldn't fire up. It wouldn't.
Ah, okay. So you had 3 computers there then, did you?
Yes.
Now you've gone down to 2.
Yes. Now, where would you plug a Fire Stick in?
HDMI lead, the HDMI port.
Actually, some televisions have a USB connector on them so that you just plug the Fire Stick straight in as USB.
Yeah, you can pull the end off, can you, and whatnot. Hey, TJ.
Here's all my ports on the back of here.
You got your thing on blur so we can't see.
Okay, let me unblur it. Okay,
Do you still have to pay the subscription with a Fire Stick, even if you're only using YouTube?
He's already got Amazon Prime, haven't he? So he gets it all for free.
All right.
And you can log into the same account.
see, these three are HDMIs.
Yeah, that I think that would be the easiest way, but that's just me. Hey, Brenda.
Well, that's going to be about $50 or $60 for a Fire Stick, isn't it?
No, I wouldn't have thought they were as much. I don't know. Yeah, Paul, Lance is asking you to bring your view to a bigger view.
What's that?
Lance is asking to bring your view to a bigger view. Get rid of that middle screen and spotlight yourself.
Oh, okay. View.
Exactly, East Coast. That's 100% with me.
Okay. There's all my little ports there. But I also have some ports underneath here.
Is he still running that thing in the middle? Where's Matt gone?
Is what?
Are you still got a big MSN thing in the middle?
MSN, what are you talking about?
A big screen in the middle?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is just my screen right here.
No, I meant your view.
Oh, because I set it back to gallery, it should be all right.
Yeah, take off your Google image.
My what?
You're sharing your screen. You've
Oh,
got a big Google image up.
stop share? Okay.
That's it. I couldn't figure out what was going. Let's have a look at that now.
What?
Let's have a look at that now.
What do you mean?
Is that a smart TV, is it?
It's a Hitachi.
How long have you had it?
About 3-4 years.
I was wondering if it got YouTube built in.
No,
Yeah.
because what I did is when I turned it on and I went and looked at all the different guides,
Yeah.
that didn't talk about it. Because if it had YouTube, it would say YouTube, right?
Yeah, and it would come under apps or something like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have it on the remote.
Yeah. Does it have Netflix or anything like that on it? Not that that's
No.
any good. Okay. Hey, JDS. No, I honestly think the best thing is just get a Fire Stick, plug it in.
It probably is a smart TV at that age.
Turn it on, Paul. Let's have a look.
Well, now it doesn't want to turn on. What the hell? There it is.
Yeah, exactly, East Coast. Just the cheapest Fire Stick and just yeah, you got YouTube and look, if he was closer, I'd give him one. We got a big 5 Ranger.
Yeah, I've got HDMI 1, HDMI 2, HDMI 3.
No, I just menu.
Okay, menu.
Has it got any smart features or? Yeah, mine's exactly the same, East Coast. And we all got them jailbroke as well, so you get everything for nothing. See, I'm in the UK. Somebody bring up a link for the US Fire Stick. Paul, search Amazon for the Fire Stick.
Remove spotlight, okay. Well, would Fire Stick, would they sell that at Best Buy?
I don't know. I'm in the UK. I don't know.
Because that's where I just ordered the other thing from, and I'm gonna pick it up after 11 o'clock today.
All it is a little thing. Looks like a dongle. Do you know what that is?
No.
Um,
It looks like your card reader that you plug into your your computer. It's just a little box with a USB plug on it.
yeah, everybody's saying yes, Best Buy should have them.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Best Buy right now.
And then it's like I say, it's just called a Fire Stick. You plug it in, you log into your Amazon account, and then log into your YouTube account, and you got it then all on the telly.
But there are different fire sticks. There's the ordinary one, and then there's the 4K one.
You don't need all that, does he? He just
Oh,
wants just a box standard.
yeah, but they're going to try and sell him the dearest one, aren't they?
Yeah, we'll just time to piss off.
There's Best Buy right there.
Yeah, there's a cheap one there. Is in 1999 at the top?
Yeah,
No,
1999 or what 20, this is 4K is
no, you don't 4K.
$30.
Just get the first one.
Still not bad, actually. $30 for 4K.
What do I need a remote for?
To operate it.
Because the Fire Stick is like a cable box. It's
Okay,
got lots of different television channels on it from Amazon.
it's USB powered. So when I plug it in, it powers. Is that what it does?
What it means is that plugs into the back of the telly, and it's got an electrical lead, which got to be plugged into the mains or USB to power it. Look at some pictures and you'll see it. Look at the other pictures, see if they show it. See it there?
It just plugs in.
This plugs in, and then there was a lead coming off it. See the lead going down?
Right there.
Yeah, that's a power lead going down.
Down to where?
Down to a
Well,
plug.
just plug it into a USB connector on your telly.
That means I've got to have a cable.
Cable
Yeah.
comes with it.
Cable comes with it. What's that there, Paul? 21 something. Click on that one.
Which one?
Uh
Right
that
there.
one there. What does this say? Made for Amazon. Oh, that powers off the telly.
Well, yeah, you can plug them into the USB port on the telly.
No, I mean it goes into the HDMI.
Oh,
And
actually,
USB
powers from the HDMI.
it powers from the USB. That's quite cool. I haven't seen that before. Is that just the cable, is it? But yeah, that's just the cable. It's a shame. All right, go back. Yeah, I wasn't sure East Coast if that cable and all come with it. See, he's saying exactly the same as me. Just get that one, the cheapest one. That's all you need. You just may have to run a plug to it.
Well, no, because if the Fire Stick plugs into the HDMI socket on the telly, there is a USB socket
Yeah,
usually on the telly as well, and you plug the
yeah.
power cable into that.
No, you can't. You got to spend
No,
20.
you can because we do that.
So you don't have to run power to the back of the TV?
You've already got power to your TV.
Yeah, the television is powered, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the USB lead that plugs into the TV will power the Fire Stick.
So
Okay,
in other
yeah.
words, I need to buy this, right? Not the 19, the
No.
21.99.
No,
I did think you needed that, but obviously I'm wrong. Yeah, East Coast is saying, Mark, you're correct.
So all I gotta do is just buy the
The Fire Stick.
Fire Stick.
yeah, which will have its own USB power lead, which you just plug into. So you plug your Fire Stick into your HDMI socket on the telly, and you plug the USB lead that comes off it onto a USB socket on your telly, and that will power it.
And then it'll ask you then, do you have an Amazon account? And then you log in then on your Amazon account.
How do you log in on a TV?
You're on the remote control.
It puts a keyboard up, and you just scroll across using the arrows on the remote.
It's easy done. Yeah, there'll also be a bunch of TV, free TV and movies and all that on there.
You will be able to watch a YouTube video showing you how to set the Fire Stick up, Paul.
Yeah, it's not hard. Just message Paul, message me, message.
Either that or Justin.
Yeah, any of us. And we'll go through it with you.
Justin can even do the unlocking on them. But you shouldn't need that if you've already got anyway.
I can do that.
Hmm. Hi,
Jailbreak.
Jordy.
Oh, it's only a thing of just.
So that's all I need is that right there, right?
No, you need the one for 19.99. That's the wrong one. Take that out of your basket. Take that out of your basket.
So I just remove that, right?
Yeah.
Remove.
Right, go down a touch. There it is. That. Hey, Jody. Yeah, that's what you want.
And that powers itself from the TV.
Yes, apparently. But it'll also come with a plug
So
lead.
it probably batteries in here, but
Yeah, 2 AA's.
In your remote control, yeah.
do I need a 2-year plan or a 4-year plan?
No.
No, at that price, if it breaks, you go out and buy another one for $20 rather than waste your money getting a insurance policy on it.
Yeah, see, even Skyfly is saying just buy the $20 one. It's the easiest and quickest option to set up. Jody, I don't think he needs the 4K one. It's only for that screen on the back.
All he wants it to do, Jody, is play the YouTube while on his TV behind him while he's screaming.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
he
all I
has
use
that
that TV for.
Stream Live boat thing.
19.99. $10 saving.
Yeah.
So I'll pick it up in the store.
Oh, thank God, somebody with a bit of
You could cancel your other one, the lead. You don't need that
Yeah, I
lead
did.
anymore.
take the time to connect. He's got the 1080 one, Jody. He don't watch anything in 4K or anything. And the Stream Live TV is not in 4K. Hey, good morning, Justin. No, no, Justin.
Can't see him.
Oh, you got no chance, Jody. He just wants YouTube and that's it.
Well, that's because I've got big screen TV over here. I got a big screen over there, and I've got another screen over there, and I got a screen on top of the refrigerator. And I've got one in the living room, and I have a big screen in the bedroom.
No, that's all he wants is Lance is to YouTube it behind him.
Hold on, what's going on?
The computer which powered the
Used
TV
to run
behind
the
Paul
behind me.
has packed up. So he wants to get the live stream of the boats up on there. So we have all said the easiest way is $20 and plug a fire stick in.
So the TV stopped working or the computer did?
The computer.
Died.
Got like 2 or 3 laptops, just hook up the laptop to it and leave it over there by the TV. Paul said he's got 3 or 4 laptops laying around.
No, he didn't say anything about that. But what he was going to do was plug in a HDMI to the back of the telly and then to a USB on the computer, and thought that that would power picture, which obviously it won't. Exactly.
Where the fuck did he even get an HDMI to USB connector?
Best
Does that even
Buy.
exist?
A cable, anyway.
Oh no, but I'm saying he said like a week or 2 ago he has 2 or 3 laptops.
Yeah, see,
laying around.
I've got a laptop running over on the desk over there that's got the river on it.
Yeah, just put it over there next to
Just-
that TV.
Just plug your HDMI lead straight into that then.
Well, I
Is that-
don't. I don't have an HDMI.
Well, you must have, because you was plugging it in to the back of the computer. Where's the original lead?
It's all by Wi-Fi. It's running on Wi-Fi.
What, from the telly to the computer was by Wi-Fi?
Oh, he must have been casting it from the computer to the TV.
Well, it
In
can
other
do
words,
the same.
it's not running from my computer to there. It is on Wi-Fi, and it sees it on Wi-Fi.
What, to the telly?
How did you connect the computer to the television? The computer that's not working now. Is there there's HDMI cord plugged from that to the television? Or is it just doing it wirelessly? Did you cast it to the TV?
Wireless.
Well, you can do the same thing with a laptop then.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, just get a fire stick, 20 quid, and just be done with it. That's my thought anyway.
But my thinking behind that is it's gonna be a nightmare to set up.
Yeah. Mark already said you get any problems, just message Justin. He'll
Yeah.
help.
See, there it is.
Yeah, so
there's
just,
there's the ship.
you
Okay.
don't have an HDMI cord anywhere.
Uh,
Doesn't have
86.
HDMI, no?
It
Yes, it
does.
does, right
There
there.
it is. I can see
It's
that
right
from
there.
here.
It's the one closest to the vent. That's HDMI.
It is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just have to plug it in from there into the TV.
Let's see.
You didn't tell us he had a pile of laptops.
Well, that's why I said, I remember him saying that like a week or two ago, that he had 2 or 3 laptops laying around. That's why I said he could just throw a laptop over there and plug it in and be done with it.
You could see the HDMI on it, Jody.
Yeah, I seen it clear as day when he showed the side of it.
Yeah.
It's actually a nice looking laptop. I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look very old.
It's big too. It's got a big ass screen on it. Looks like about a 17-inch.
So you just want to plug it into there, right?
Right?
Plug the lead that you had into your computer from your television straight into the laptop.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Jody.
Yeah, don't confuse him. Jesus.
The only other thing he might have to do is switch the
Video out.
the display.
Yeah, the source or the he said it earlier.
And that's what them other sockets are called, Rob. Mini display.
Ah, yes, okay.
Yeah, so it's not showing up anything, right, Paul?
No,
Is it plugged into the telly?
No, because you showed us all the sockets which were empty.
Mm.
Is it plugged into the telly?
yeah, it's starting up. Out the TV. Oh, there it is. Why?
Okay.
I don't need
Problem
any of that
solved.
bullshit I ordered.
Joel, he said, "Oh my God, another Paul mountain instead of a molehill."
So considering you were doing it wirelessly, it was a good job you plugged it in.
I don't think it was ever wireless.
No,
He just plugged it in.
He said the eye is wireless.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he
'cause then
just
he
meant
would've-
that the computer was wirelessly on the internet rather than anything else.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that one. Because in order for him to do it wirelessly to the TV would have to have that capability, and he'd have to know how to cast it. And
Yeah.
casting doesn't stay connected. Sometimes it's a little finicky and it don't always stay connected, which means he'd have to consistently be reconnecting that shit all the time.
I don't know. When I cast from my phone using my wireless network to my TV, it stays there all the time.
No, I'm talking about when you're casting from your your phone to your television.
Yeah, that's
As
what I'm
much
doing.
as yeah, but he runs his 24/7. At some point, he would have ran into issues where he would have had to reconnect it.
Yeah.
You do a lot of that.
Especially
You
especially as many times as his internet dropped out. Do I?
You do a lot of that, do you, casting?
Not really, no.
Or you do, Mark?
Yeah, every time. Look, right now, even
Do you have
my
any doing that?
I used to
my,
cast
my
a lot of stuff.
TV has got YouTube streamed from my iPhone. So I'm looking at the chat on my iPhone. The Zoom is running through my iPhone, but the YouTube
Yeah.
video is being streamed to my 55-inch telly. The only
David.
thing is that it's about 20 seconds behind the Zoom. So what we're saying doesn't actually appear on the telly until about 20
Yeah.
seconds later. So sometimes it's a bit hard work trying to figure out who's saying what because it don't come on right. But it's just easier for me to see the picture when it's on the telly.
All right, relax yourself.
Easy saying you always use a laptop when your old computers break. You just didn't remember.
Oh, and two, if you set the laptop to be able to, if you know how to set it to where you can close the lid and it not shut off, there's a setting
Yeah.
you can do in your settings. You can slide it right
What's
under
the
the TV
hospital
right there and
bed?
just leave it.
What's the hospital bed, Paul?
It's no, it's a advertisement on YouTube.
Oh, is it? Oh, shit.
Yeah, you get advertisements on live streams
The
now.
adverts on now.
Never seen that with adverts before.
I mean, they started doing it in a lot of live stream now. Art's show has an advert at the beginning, one in the middle, one at the end.
Nice hole in the middle there for toileting, and you would
Well,
need
the
it.
only ads you can control on your live stream or on your channel, period, is just mid-roll ads, which are the ones in the
Yeah.
middle.
But Art leaves it, makes money out of it. Probably not a lot, but
Is
Dude, you
that
know
what
how many times an
Wedge
advert
Big
has
is
to
doing,
play to
is it?
make any money off of it?
I know. But he's
Yeah.
seems to be very money orientated at the moment. Art.
Do
Is
what? What was
that
that,
what
Ron?
Wedge Big is trying to do, is it?
No, he's just running music live stream. He's probably just trying to keep his watch hours up.
Okay.
Because one
Well-
live stream a week isn't going to keep your your watch hours up enough. You've got to start. You either got to do really long live streams, or you got to live stream at least 2 or 3 times a week.
Wedge and Big started doing video stuff for that public service TV company, haven't they?
'Cause you got to remember, you got to maintain 4,000 hours a year, otherwise, or at least 3,000. Otherwise, you lose your monetization. So, and obviously you have to maintain the subscribers as well. You start losing subscribers and you drop down way below a certain amount, you're going to end up losing it.
Yeah, them short live streams I did, I got a few hundred hours off them, I did.
You can get quite a bit off of shorts. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up when each one
No,
gets,
like
you
I
know.
said, I did like a 40-minute live stream and had like 112 hours watch time.
Yeah.
Looking crazy. I think in total I got 120 odd thousand watch hours.
That's a lot.
I'm up to like 18 or 20,000. Honestly, I haven't checked it in a while. Last time I checked it, I was at 17 something.
I think I'm on about 3. Man, you haven't put anything on for ages.
No, the last thing you put up was the Nemo app thing, wasn't it?
Not sure what he's doing, David.
Yeah, I've put a few shorts up, but no other videos. But even don't do much in the way of shorts either.
I'm looking at mine now, Justin, and I have deleted 22 million views off my channel.
Why?
I just don't want them on it. I said I'm shutting it down slowly. I started taking them off the other day because I was up to just over 22 million views. I'm down now to under a million.
I didn't realize we were in the presence of greatness.
I think you lose those views too when you delete it.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
See, that's why I tell people if you, like, say you are somebody that like is concerned about your watch hours and your
Yes,
views and all
yes.
that, but you want to get rid of a video, but you don't want to lose the views from it, you just put it as unlisted. If you put it as unlisted, you'll keep the watch hours and the views, but the minute you
Yeah.
put it on private or delete it, you lose all that.
No, in fact, now my watch hours have gone because I've deleted a lot of videos.
Mm,
I'm down to like 6,000 watch hours.
mhm.
When I had 100 odd thousand.
Oh, when I said 3, I didn't mean 3,000. I meant 3 hours. I don't even know what my watch hours is. I don't even know whether I can see it on the phone.
No, I'm not bothered.
Most of the stuff you want to see on your studio, you have to go on the computer to look at because the computer one has a lot more information.
I can't open Studio on my phone. I have got that.
I deleted another 20 videos this morning.
Yeah, studio on your phone's really basic.
Last 28 days, 189 views, 0.9 hours. Now, how the hell do you change it? I don't think you can change it from 28 days on your
No,
phone.
you have to do it on the computer if you want to go to
Yeah.
lifetime.
The only thing I've managed to keep out of deleting everything is the subscribers.
Which is really annoying because, even YouTube will tell you that like 80% of their viewership and use of YouTube is done on mobile
Yeah.
tablets. But yet the studio app for those two is absolutely just basic as shit.
Yeah.
And you're forced to have to go onto a computer in order to look at anything.
Yeah.
Like, what if you're a creator that doesn't use a computer at all? You literally do everything on your phone. They should have a full version
Mhm.
of the studio on your mobile device.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree.
I mean, there's some creators that don't use anything but their phone. That's it. They make shorts and videos with their phone and
Yeah.
blog with their phone, and that's it. And they do
Yeah.
all their editing on their phone.
It's true.
Actually, Donald, the easiest way to get watch hours is is live streaming. That's how most of these drone channels maintain their watch hours. It ain't from their content.
Yeah. Live streams. Yeah.
12 views in the last 48 hours.
But I am going to do a bit of live stream as well on Rumble.
Game.
Good.
2 subscribers in the past 28 days.
What was you going to say, Justin?
Oh, people get those. There's actually a lot of streams out there that do that. Live stream music, like Wedge and Big's doing. There's a lot of people that do that. And sometimes you'll run across some of those. There's like thousands of people watching it. It's like, what the fuck?
But don't you get copyrighted for that?
Well, it depends. Are you playing music that you paid the licensing for? Or is it your own? Some people make their own music, like Curtis does.
Yeah, true.
Hey, you guys like my hair?
That shit is wild today.
Which
I look
one?
like I should be in Dragon Ball Z, don't I?
Wow, Jesus Christ.
I
Looks
mean, I
like-
have noticed on Wedge's channel, he consistently has it like
If you
3 to
didn't,
6
if
people
people
watching.
didn't know better, Donald, they think you're hanging by your feet from the ceiling.
No, what I'm saying about doing live streams is just adding more content. If you only have 3 or 4 people watching your stuff, you're out there stacking a bunch of boxes. And that's just more work for fewer hours. I mean, anybody who gets watch hours are people who are consistently pulling in viewers.
Yeah,
Well,
but
there
I'm
was some
saying
big
like,
conversation about that exact topic, wasn't it? When way back when people in the Middle East were like pumping their watch hours and stuff up, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, but
But I
even
mean,
if, but a live stream like Paul's doing is super easy. Like
Yeah.
Wedge and Big,
And-
because he literally just sets it and walks away. You don't have to
Yeah.
monitor it.
although he's only got like 15 people watching at the moment, by tomorrow there'll have been about 180 odd views of it.
Views. Views
Yeah.
are not watch hours. They're counting views as people who dip in, watch for 15, 20 seconds. I'm like, okay.
dip out. Yeah.
You add all them up over the time. It soon
You're-
adds up.
I would
Mm.
rather on just a really good 2-minute video, 1 million views.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's not an efficient way because those few people that are tuning in, they're going to stop because it's the same thing over and over again.
Mm.
I mean, it is true. It is possible to bring in other people, just random ass people that look at it, might run across their feed and they'll click on it for whatever, and then
Which
leave.
would be, but he's in such a competitive space. Everybody's doing that because it is easy.
Mm.
If you look at the people that make it, like get tons of views, it's people who put a lot of effort into a shorter video, and that effort pays off in views.
yeah, that's correct.
It's not that I know how to do it, but I can see it
Well,
done.
I do
Yes.
agree with you that he may oversaturate himself by doing it too much.
He's not oversaturating himself. Those videos, meditative music for studying, that kind of stuff, there's thousands of them out there that he's competing against for eyeballs
Well, I'm
because
saying
they're
even
so
if-
easy to do.
Well, what I'm saying is, even if it's with his own community, if he does it so much, like you said, it could cause it to people to get bored with it.
I've turned off my
But
bell. I unclicked my bell on notifications because
I think if he did it once in a while, like once a month or once every so often, it probably
that's not
would be
going
okay.
that's not going to get him the views he's wanting from or the time he's wanting from it.
Like I said, that's why most of these drone channels, well, that's why a lot of them live stream so much, because it's a way of keeping your watch hours up.
Mhm.
One live stream could get you, even like you said, even though you might have 5 or 6 people watching, if you add up all the time people came in and out, and sometimes live streams will get more views after it's ended.
Yeah, and if we're talking about live streams where you're actually talking, there's a discussion, that's different. I think these meditative music channels, people dip in for a couple minutes and then dip right back out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I wouldn't sit and watch
I'd be
more
really
than a
curious
minute
to
of it.
see. I would really be curious to see his analytics.
Cause like one live stream, if I do it and I get like, say 80 views,
Or as Fish, I'd like to say, I'd like to see his anal ticks.
it might like give me like 30 or 40 hours worth of watch time. Because it's adding up all the different people coming in and out and sitting.
And again, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't do it.
I mean, some of what you said is correct, at least from my experience. But I have seen channels that do what you're saying, like he does with the meditation shit. But there's other channels out there that will have like 2,000-3,000 people watching, but
Mhm.
that's hard to do. Like that's not something that's easy to do because one, you got to find people who are interested in sitting and just listening to music like that for hours. Like I couldn't do that. I'd get bored with that really quick. I'm gonna assume there's a lot more people out there that would get bored with it than would like it. Like if I want music running in the background, I wouldn't be playing meditation music. I'd be playing what I want to listen to, like the music I like. It'd be on my Spotify playlist.
Chopin, the best studying music you want. Go classical. Stuff you've heard 1,000 times, so it's on. It's nice to listen to, but it doesn't. No, you're not actively listening to it. You're actually paying attention to what you want to study.
Yeah.
I guess depends on what you're used to.
Jesus.
It could be, put on 60s acid rock. I've always found the best music to listen to is stuff that doesn't have any lyrics. That way I'm not trying to get distracted with singing along in my head.
Are you talking about just strictly
it going with the
studying
kitties
and listening
there,
to music?
Don?
That was like the last couple days he started doing that,
Ah,
putting music for studying and stuff like that. That it's the different keywords they use on all these channels. Meditate, study, relax.
well, have you
Uh,
got, has he got headphones or anything or what?
Do what?
If he puts some music on, has he got any way to put headphones on or?
Who are
I don't
you
know what you're talking
talking
about.
about?
He's streaming
about-
music.
He's talking
Streaming
about
music?
Paul streaming music on his channel.
Yeah, and in his keywords, he'll put like a 6-hour video on of drones and meditative music or
Okay.
music to study to, something like that. And all these channels, all these headless channels that they just do this, they will put up the different keywords like to study, meditate, study.
Yeah. To fall asleep to relax to, do this,
Yeah.
do that.
The only time I like listening to music when I'm doing something is like if I'm cleaning or I'm outside
yeah.
working, which I don't care. Like I don't need to be so focused on what I'm doing. So I like to listen to what I like to listen
If I'm
to.
out in the garage, I put on like 60s music or Lou Reed, I guess, which would start in the 60s.
No,
Especially if
I
you're
don't.
There's
filling up
Pandora for that. There's Spotify for that. I don't think of going to YouTube and putting on
No.
some random music to meditate to.
I don't meditate, so.
It doesn't matter
Quite-
what they say; it's all the same. Music to study to, music to clean your house by. That's probably one they haven't tried yet. They should do that.
It's like all this ASMR stuff, isn't it? Or whatever the initials are.
Never understood that either,
Mm.
but people liked
It's-
it.
Yeah, it's certain sounds relax people, so they'd like to it might be like somebody unboxing packing material, and it's just that particular noise is relaxing to some people when they're sleeping or when they're falling asleep.
Yeah, there's
Works
a
for
girl
people.
that does it that's a van lifer one, and she has a channel that does that. And all she does is she just whispers really quietly into the microphone instead of talking normally.
Mark says, I don't understand these people, but he's watched every video on her channel.
Mm.
He doesn't realize at the end of the day he liked it.
No, I don't watch those, but I do watch her on the other one. White Witch in a Van.
My
Oh, yeah.
audio is very low.
I watch Howard.
It's a good hair day, sir. It's not a bad hair day. It's a good hair day. When you have hair like this, you might as well pop it up there and let everybody see it.
And she likes spending a lot of time in Vera Playa in Spain, which is
Traveling Beans as well. I like watching them.
it's the naturist one. Oh yeah, Well,
Jim
they've had-
Joni says it's
they've
more
had a
fun
baby.
listening to complainers on live stream. It's like, yeah,
they've had a baby and they don't do
Streamers, man.
quite as much now.
Who's the other one I watched? Nikki Daventar, where she lived in a Prius forever. Now she's in a 4x4.
No, not so much that
No.
one.
Oh, she's a good one. Wait there, let me find her.
I watched.
I just checked the stream on my phone. Sounded okay on there, David.
are you guys
Uh,
talking about travel channels?
Yeah, I watched Kings. What
Yeah,
they call
the other
King?
mic.
They have
Combi Life.
a big
Combi Life
Mercedes.
is a very
Porsche.
interesting one. You guys ever see Combi Life?
No,
The guy bought a combi down in Chile and drove it up the Pan American Highway all the way to Alaska.
Oh, you said
Wow.
Commie Life. I was like, oh no.
no,
Combi, a VW bus.
Volkswagen Combi.
But he it would break down constantly. He pulled in South America, he pulled the engine out, I think 3 or 4 times,
Hmm.
trying to rebuild it.
Mm.
I mean, those engines are small. What is it like? The small engine, like in the Bug?
Yeah, 2 people can pull out a bus
Yeah.
engine.
Either the 13 or a 1600, depending on how old it is.
On buses, they're kind of difficult to get to.
Yeah, well, it's quite a small access hatch in the back of it, but the best way to do them is just drop it down onto the floor.
Right. It's still very difficult to get them out from under. You have to jack the bus up to get clearance to get the engine
Mhm.
down, drop the engine down and back.
I just sent you that link, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
You'll definitely like it. I know you will.
I mean, I do. There is one that lives on a narrow boat as well.
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen the narrowboat ones.
Mm.
Now you
I
said
like
he had
those.
to go through. You said he went on a trip and he had to rebuild it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Is
He
it
was-
that shitty of a motor? You have to rebuild it that many times?
No,
it's that
he
old of a
overloaded
motor.
it. It's a Volkswagen. It's a Volkswagen
Right.
engine that is what 50 years old, and you're pushing it through mountains. I mean, he's driving through
Okay,
South America
so
and
if
everything.
you
So he's
got a new
driving-
modern motor like that was built with today's
No.
technology? Because I'm assuming you can get a new Volkswagen motor built, right? We gotta assume
Yeah,
there's some
but,
companies out there that build them.
yeah,
The thing
but
is,
here-
they are made for air-cooled engines, not the more modern Volkswagen engines.
right. And
You'd
you can
have
get
to add a lot
new
more
case-
things into it.
I could buy a brand new case and build through a long block for $5,000 and have all new components on it.
That's what I'm saying. So is that motor better than one of the old ones?
Yeah,
that-
but that's $5,000. And this
Well,
guy
I
was
know
in
that.
a van and driving. And also, Justin, if he was to just have spent money and gotten a brand new engine for his combi down in Chile, installed it, and drove up to Alaska and had no problems, he wouldn't have had a channel. Part of it is the struggle.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, it was
Mm.
that channel. It was probably 25% of what you watched that series 4 was the struggle of getting the van to Alaska.
Yeah.
Because he
Otherwise-
did eventually get a brand new rebuilt engine and everything. It's not as interesting.
Otherwise, he'd be boring as shit, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was just asking in general though, if you bought a new modern motor, would you be able to do that same trip without having to rebuild it 15 fucking times?
Yes,
Probably.
Okay. Okay.
And the trip would have taken him probably a third the time
Mm.
and been at least 25% less interesting. The other 25% or other percentage of interesting was, let's see, he has a dog that he adopted in Chile named her Alaska. She's good. She's getting older now. But then he also had a rotating cast of people who would join the van life. And there was usually attractive girls. And they would
Oh,
in and out of the trip.
that's why I told people with drone channels, I was like, just start hiring some girls from Hooters to be in the videos. So you blow up overnight. I've been saying that for years. Like you guys keep putting all these old dudes in your videos thinking people want to watch that shit. I said, go hire you a couple of little 19-year-old girls with big old boobies. Get them in with some little tight clothes, put them in every single one of your drone videos. And I guarantee you're going to get hundreds, if not thousands, of views on every video.
Well, look at Ken Heron's thumbnails.
Hmm.
He's been
Oh,
experimenting with that his last drone crash compilation.
yeah, but didn't he some of those are clickbait, aren't they?
Yes, there's no cute girl actually in the video, or if they are, they're over there.
But this is the thing is me personally, if I was a viewer of Ken's and I knew that he was very bad at clickbaiting, I wouldn't even want to watch his shit anymore.
No.
That's just my personal thing. If I know a channel is constantly clickbaiting people, I won't watch it because I find it super annoying. And I'll even comment on our videos and say it's a bunch of clickbait bullshit. Because like you'll see that on like body cam footage, you'll show some crazy ass like scene happening, and then you'll click on it, and that scene is nowhere in the body cam footage at all. Just my personal opinion on it. I hate clickbait.
Well,
I think
shit.
it's some clickbait's funny when they're just doing it on purpose. But like if you're doing it just to do it to try to get views, I think it yeah.
Well, this sucks. I just noticed
Mm.
hail damage.
Oh yeah.
2
Well,
spots.
I think there's no reason to clickbait shit like that. If you have to, it wouldn't be hard to find a couple girls that want to do videos with you. If you're somebody like Ken that's got a little bit of money, I mean, it wouldn't be hard to find a couple that you could pay a few dollars per video for.
To tell you the truth, you don't have to pay. All it has, it doesn't. You don't have to have a super cute girl.
Mhm.
I don't know, but I'm saying if you could get one that had over the top big boobs and shit, like it would definitely wouldn't hurt.
I would be less likely to click.
I mean,
Well, if
look how
that,
obsessed Art is with that chick with the fucking overalls.
yeah,
Like, I swear, if he ever saw that girl in person, he'd be humping her leg like a chihuahua.
Mary Burke. Yeah,
Yeah, he's fucking obsessed with that shit.
yeah. There's a nice channel on what's it, where there's a lad and his girlfriend who live on a yacht and sail everywhere. And I think it's called Naked Sailing Adventures or something. Because at some point during the video, she's always ended up sunbathing naked on the boat.
Oh, sailing barefoot you're on about, didn't you?
Yeah, that's another one as well, barefoot, yeah.
Yeah, and the other one as well.
Barefoot
the Easy
Adventures.
Get-
I came across a video, like a series the other day. A girl from Joplin here, because it was something about the tornado, caught my attention, and she has a channel where she just basically she's got sailboat and she just sails around different places.
Hmm.
But she's originally from Joplin, is what you're saying?
Yep. So she had put up a video about her hometown in the
Mhm.
tornado, and it caught my attention. I looked at it, I was like, oh, okay, she got a sailboat channel, and a lot of that people watch it's just escapism. Who
Yeah.
who who wouldn't like to just be able to hit the road and drive zigzag across America, or get on a sailboat in just a different port every couple days?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you're not selling the reality of the situation, which is vehicle upkeep, breakdowns,
Yeah,
filthy,
everybody always just sees the glamorous side of it.
filthy accommodations. You sell the glamour of it.
Yeah.
Like if I was to do a channel just devoted to dune buggy, it wouldn't. It would be all have a little bit of working on it, but these things are easy to work on. And you know what? They're cheap to work on. They're easy to work on. And here we're driving. We're having fun. That's all I would have.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, and that's true, Donald. It's like
little bit of salty with a lot of sweet.
it's like the old guy with the young chick in his videos, right? He doesn't tell you about the child support, the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
You see the glamour life. The ki- Edward said, all you need is a milk crate to pull out a Volkswagen engine.
Yeah, you can drop it down to the milk crate and then jack the car up over it, and
I guess if you're pulling like a little trailer or something, you could probably just have an extra fucking engine with you too for backup if you need it.
Mm.
Yeah, imagine they don't take up that much room.
Well, there's a lot less things to disconnect and connect on them because there are no water hoses.
no. If I got somebody to help me balance, I use a floor jack to drop the engine out of this dune buggy, and if I got somebody to help me, it takes me half hour.
Would that be just switching it out, like pulling it out, putting another one in if you were?
If I had another engine, I could have another engine put back in. I would say give me an hour and a half.
Yeah.
If I had another engine sitting here ready to go in, and that would give it leisure to put it in and take my time. If I was rushed, I could do it in an hour. The only thing holding the engine in is 4 bolts to the transaxle.
Now all I picture in my head is, you remember the movie 28 Days Later when they're trying to change the tire in the tunnel
Mhm.
and they're holding the car up? I could just imagine us sitting there holding the car up. Donald's trying to switch the engine out. It's like, come on, go, go.
You could probably do that with that because they don't weigh that much.
I know me and the football team, we picked up the coach's Ford Ranger and turned it sideways between 2 cars in the parking spaces. So he couldn't get out.
Biggest problem doing something like that, it needs to be steady when you're putting the engine in, getting those splines to line up when you're putting it back onto the transaxle. It's kind of iffy. You want it kind of steady. It takes a little bit of lining up.
I mean, I guess that wouldn't be a bad thing though. Like if you were deciding to go on like a really long road trip and you wanted an old van, Volkswagen van or something like that.
Yeah, and that's part of it.
If you had
The
enough
travel.
room, you could keep an extra motor, and then when you switched it out, you could sit and rebuild that one as you're going along.
Yeah, the problem is you're carrying that much more weight on those old engines.
Mm-hmm.
Was it that bad though with like weight and stuff? Like it,
The weight, he put a couple storage boxes on top of his van, and it was the extra weight of those storage boxes that caused him to blow out his engine.
Yeah, you've got
wow.
to
The
remember
hill down there.
those things have got a massive 35 horsepower.
Yeah, 35, 40, depends on which. I think the 1600 is around 38, something like that, if I remember right.
Now, were they like that when they first came out, or is it just because the motors some
No, that's
people
what,
have
that's
in
what,
them are just
that's what it was.
oh wow.
Well, they're little tiny cars.
Yeah,
So
I have to figure out a way. If I was to do a Volkswagen or a Doom Buggy channel driving around, it's like, how would you make it interesting driving around the same 6 roads over and over again?
I mean, Volkswagen in German is pronounced Volkswagen.
The
It
people's car.
It just means people's car. Yeah.
Yep. It was supposed to be something that everybody could afford, everybody could drive.
Yeah.
no, I'm wondering, is it with the new modern engines, like you said, you could get for like $5,000. It's all new
Yeah.
components. Can you squeeze more horsepower out of them to where they can
squeeze-
handle more?
You
Yeah.
can squeeze more by putting you might put a stroker crank on it and some larger jugs, and you could get some more displacement out of it. But at a certain point, you're putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, you're losing the reliability as well when you do that.
Yeah,
If you want it-
you're thinning out the walls of your jugs. You're thinning out the walls of you're
Right,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is the material that's used these days with some of the newer motors is obviously a higher grade material that can handle more pressure and stuff. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's why I was wondering if you could squeeze more out without having to worry about blowing
of
up a
course you
motor.
can always squeeze more power out, but it's still a
Just-
certain size engine.
Justin, you can actually fit a Porsche 911 engine in there if you wanted to.
Yeah, Porsche 911 engine. It's a boxer. It's 4-cylinder boxer.
Or a 6-cylinder boxer.
Is the 911 6?
It does come with a V6.
Okay. In that case, you
Well-
would not be getting it into a regular bug.
I think you can get a 4-cylinder, but they do a 6-cylinder as well.
I was
Well,
gonna
that's
say,
like putting a
it's gonna get
pig on
to
a
about
Porsche.
Yeah, because yeah, you'd have to be doing a lot of cutouts on the actual VW body to be able to accommodate.
Yeah, if you wanted to put the 6 in it, yeah. But there are 4s.
In fact, if you can put in the slightly larger VW engines, but then you have to get risers for your trunk lid, and they don't actually shut; they just hover over the trunk.
Than
Yeah.
your jug walls. Yes, it does. That's what he
You-
said.
You could probably fit a BMW motorbike engine in there.
I
Yeah,
see.
I've seen conversions where people put Harley engines in there. You have to get a reversing gear for it, but you can put Harley engines in the back of them.
Yeah, but the BMW is also an horizontally opposed boxer engine.
But yeah, thinning your jug walls,
I
Mm.
see one
your
channel.
cylinder walls, but the cylinders aren't built into the engine on VWs. They're just separate pieces, and
Yeah.
they're called jugs.
They are on on the BMW motorbikes as well.
What
I
were you
see
saying, Rob?
on one channel where they actually managed to get a Subaru Impreza engine in.
Well,
Yeah, you have to put
that's
the
same.
water
That's
cooler up above.
The Impreza's a boxer engine as well.
Yeah, you can put water cooled in. People have done water cooled conversions and stuff, but then you have to have the water cooler, and that usually goes up like like where my Volkswagen or on my dune buggy, it would go back on that back deck.
Yeah, and you have
Fuck
But
it.
then
I'm
you
gonna put
also
a.
have all the you have
You know,
also all the
radiator up
problems
front.
of a water cooled engine.
Fuck it. I'm gonna have a 6.0 V8 put in it. I'm just gonna be done with this.
The Subaru
all over backwards.
Half the
350.
car would be engine.
Part of me would like to have just a stock 1500 back in it. It's the lowest power that they had, but they were super reliable, very simple carburetor.
I'm saying, Jody, just make the car half the car engine.
Would you believe somebody once put a V8 engine in a Fiat 500 and actually
I mean,
took the front seats out and drove it from the back seats?
it could be done. You just have to do a lot of modifications.
Well, the Fiat 500's all of about 7 foot long.
Yeah, I know. They have them over here. They're tiny.
No, not the new ones, the old ones. They're even tinier. The original Fiat 500.
Well, what year would that have been? Because the Fiats have been over here for quite a while.
Yeah, the Fiat 500 that's out now has been out for about maybe 15, 20 years.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You're talking the 70s, 60s.
The original Fiats, yeah, you're talking 50s, 60s.
I mean, the new ones ain't that big either.
They're bigger than the
Yeah.
old, believe me.
They're like fucking smart. That's like smart cars are very tiny.
I won't be surprised if they're smaller than a smart car. Just look at them. I mean, the smart car uses a 600cc motorbike engine most of the time.
Well, wouldn't you say that those types of vehicles are more
always wanted-
prevalent in Europe and in that area because your
They
streets
tend to
and
be more
everything
popular.
are so much narrower.
Yeah, they tend to be more popular in the European countries.
Congestion, ease of parking, things like that. You know,
I've always wanted a 4-door Mini Coupe. I've driven a couple of them, and man, those are some nice little cars. You can whip those things around.
which
Fix
When
my
I-
hair. Don't it look good? Look at that. Look at that head of hair. Doesn't that look good?
Oh
Which-
yeah,
yeah, but which Mini
you know,
Cooper?
a little bit of Valvoline does wonders.
I don't know. It was one that I drove that somebody had a turbo on it, and that thing was fucking quick going around corners.
How old was it?
About 12, 15 years ago. Wasn't that old.
Then it was most likely a BMW.
They had a turbo in it. I know that, and that bitch would go around corners. That thing was fun to drive.
Because the original Mini was again 50s, 60s, 70s. And the Cooper engine in that was awesome. And then the new Mini, which is a bigger and wider is now made by BMW.
All I know is this thing was tiny and had pretty good power on it. This thing would whip around corners.
2-3 months back we did.
Hmm?
We got rid of our Cooper S. 2-3
Oh,
months.
look
Oh,
at the 19. Look at
the
the
new-
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the 1980s Mustangs that had the V8 5.0 in them. Those things were actually not very big cars. And they had a fucking monster of an engine in them.
Yeah, no, they're the least liked of the Mustangs, aren't they?
I don't know. I had an 85. It was my first car I ever had, and I love that car, man. Because it was the year I was born.
I had a 79. It was the first year they went to the Fox body.
I love the hatchback models. Especially when you put the body kits and stuff on them, they look badass. If
I
you
didn't
actually
like
put up
it
some
at
money
the
in it.
time because it's like, yeah, I've got a Mustang, but it's not a classic Mustang. But now looking back on it, it's like, yeah, that the Fox body was a pretty good platform.
Mm.
Like I said, the one I had, it was very small, comparable weight to an older Mustang.
Mhm.
It was a lot less weight, had a big ass fucking motor, and like I said, if you actually dumped money into them and put a nice body kit and stuff on them, they really did make the car look really badass. I've seen some 80s style Mustangs where people have dumped a lot of money into them and they look really nice when they got finished with them.
Oh yeah, the 95 Mustangs. I remember when those came out. Girl that I know had one and she needed an oil change and she didn't have time to take it, so she asked me if I'd take it. Man, that thing ripped.
There's no way you get 50 grand for a 95 Mustang, even with that low mileage.
You might.
I don't know. That seems a little high.
95 was a very popular Mustang because it was a return to the muscle car that people that knew the name Mustang, that wanted the name Mustang, they appreciated that car more than the previous Mustangs, like what I had.
Right, but how many of those are still out there, though?
In good condition, not a lot.
I don't know. That just still seems pretty high. For
I mean,
like a
there are,
common
I mean,
90s
there's more
Mustang.
of those than there are of, say, the 64 and a half. But cars appreciate, if you take care of them, they're not making any more of them.
I actually liked the when they went back to when they kind of went with that old school look body in the early 2000s. Was it 2000s or mid 2000s? Remember when they kind of tried to take the old 60s look and integrate it with the new modern look? I actually liked them. I thought they were pretty cool looking.
I'm super excited about the electric one.
I can't wait to see. Actually, you know what car I ended up liking that I never liked before was the new Corvettes. I always hated the way Corvettes looked. I'd never liked them. Thought they were ugly ass cars. But the new Corvette, that thing looks badass.
You didn't like the
Oh.
Stingrays?
No, my dad had two of those and I hated them.
Well, you're wrong,
My
dude.
dad had two
Sorry.
matching Stingrays. I just didn't like the look of them. I always thought
That's okay.
Corvettes were ugly.
It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. You can be wrong all you want.
My dad had two 67 matching Stingrays.
Nobody's judging you for being wrong, Justin. You're wrong all the time. We're used to it.
Trust me, I grew up riding in them. I didn't like Corvettes. I never liked the bodies on them. I always thought they were ugly cars.
Hey, Don, he keeps digging deeper, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'll dig all the way down to hell if I have to. I'll stick to my guns. I hate Corvettes. I love the new ones though because they have a really modern day sports car type look to them. I don't know. I just never liked them.
Well, they almost look like a miniature Ferrari.
Fiero. Or yeah, Ferrari. Yeah. Next he's gonna say they didn't like the Trans Ams that the Duke boys rode and the Smokey and the Banjo.
Yeah, they were okay.
Yeah, but everybody wanted one. When that back Trans Am backed down out of that truck, Smokey demanded it. Man, they made that car look so sexy.
If it only has 1,400 miles on it, Jody, when do you ever drive the thing? I hope it's not sitting there rotting away. Because it's not very many miles. All right, yes. Later on tonight, show us some pictures. I want to see. He must only drive it like a mile every like couple of months or something. And then park it. Like grandma, that's like grandma car status mileage right there. Fucking 20-year-old car with 500 miles on it. I only took it to the store and
Joni
back
only
on
drives it to
Sundays.
church on Sundays.
Yeah. Only took it to the store and church on Sundays. Hey, sometimes those are the best cars though, because sometimes you'd get a car that was like 15, 20 years old from an older couple where it had like 12 or 14,000 miles on it. And they took it in for every little knock, noise, whatever. And the maintenance on that car was just immaculate. And then they sell it to you for like dirt cheap. I've had a one car like that over my years of having vehicles. And it was probably the best running car I ever had. I don't even remember what it was. A Buick something. I can't remember what it was. It was so many years ago. And it looked like an old grandma car too. Like,
You
but
know,
I just needed a car at the time.
I'm looking at that 95 again. I'm just looking up. It's like I remembered it being. I think it's mainly because they reinforce or they really enhanced that side scoop on them to make it look like the classic Mustangs. But the rest of the car isn't really remarkable.
What year?
The 95.
That's like the Corvette that
But
Rod
I
has.
remember when it came out, it was like, oh my gosh, look, they look just the old styling and but it looks like a 95. It looks like a 90s car now, but just the reinforced side scoop. It's like I'm thinking my memory is at the time it was a really awesome looking car.
That's like the one that Rod has. Those were the Corvettes I hated the most. It's the ones with the big fat ass back ends. What year were they from?
1970s Stingray.
He has one that's from like the 90s through the early 2000s. Just trying to think of what body style it was called.
Oh no, I'm drawn to the oddball cars.
He has the one with the big flat, big ass end with the four rounded lights. I just can't think of them.
Who? Chuck?
No,
Well,
talking about
Chuck's got a C3. Marcus has just ordered a C8, is it? He's just ordered a new one. It's not that he didn't have a new one anyway, but he's just ordered a new one.
no. Rod's got one of the ones that kind of has this back end here. It's not this exact one, but
Rod's is a
kind of like that.
Camaro. Rod's got a Camaro.
Arrow, no, he doesn't. He has a Corvette.
He's also
How
got
much?
he's also got a Camaro he's rebuilding.
I don't know. I've seen his Corvette in a couple of videos that he's shown on Paul's channel when he was flying
Is
his
that-
drone.
That's a white one, is it? I think. Stomach. No, he's got what is this now? It's either a C6 or a C7, I think. It's not an old one.
One of my uncles had a 67 Mustang that was built up onto a Toyota 4x4 frame and was lifted about 15 feet in the air.
Monster truck.
Big ass monster truck tires on it, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was on a Toyota 4x4 truck frame.
Yeah, the Hilux.
Yeah. But it was fucking tall, dude. You had to have like a small 4-foot ladder just to get into the fucking thing. It only ran for a little while when he first built it, and then it broke down and he parked it in his yard and it sat there for years and he just never fucking got around to fixing it. And then he ended up selling it to somebody about 10, 15 years after he had it. Somebody came in and finally bought it off of him. But I only rode in it a couple of times before it broke down.
Yeah. As far as Corvettes, because I wouldn't have minded having an old original C1 or a C2 from like the 60s, 50s, 60s. They were they were the Corvettes to have.
My dad had two 67s, I think they were. They were matching.
I think they'd have been a E2.
But they were all restored and everything. He had them for a long time, then sold them, but they were matching ones that would sit in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then, my grandpa actually had an old Jeep. It was it was actually a very rare model. And my dad and a couple of my uncles had it professionally restored. And I don't know, wish I could remember what model it was, but yeah, it was a little like military army looking Jeep from like the 50s or 60s or something.
Yeah, the Willys.
But it was a really rare model that he had. It was worth a lot of money. One of my uncles ended up with it after he passed away, but yeah, it was worth a lot of money though.
Yeah, it sounds like one of the Willys Jeeps.
Where was that at?
But he even had the old ass horn, the wooga. They installed that for my grandpa.
Yeah.
John's got one of them on his buggy.
Yep, I got one on my Doom buggy.
Yeah, they installed it for my grandpa. He thought it was funny. He loved it.
I've got one in my conservatory that I meant to put on something. I just can't remember what I meant to put it on now.
I've got an extra one down there, but I might put it on my truck.
I think I was going to put it on the motorhome.
I went by the skating rink a couple weeks ago, and kids were out of school and walking home, and they were a couple of them sitting there by the skating rink near the school, and they're trying to get all the cars to honk as they go by, and they see the buggy, and they start pumping their fist to get me honking. So I, ooga, and they've been used to regular horns, and they were like,
The fuck was that?
Yeah.
They all
Big
hit the
smile.
deck.
Going back to the 20s.
Now the ooga horn always makes people smile.
That's one thing I do like about the Teslas is you can customize the horn. And you can actually, when you hit the horn, there's this feature that like when you hit the horn and there's a Tesla nearby, it will set its horn off to do like the same thing or something. I saw a few people do it online. I thought was hilarious.
Could you program it to say, get out of the way?
As far as I know, you can customize the horn to pretty much do whatever you want. You put music on it.
Did you do a cow mooing? Halfway through the moo, right halfway through the moo, it turns into move it. and then put big cow horns on the hood of the Tesla like they used to do on the old cars, the
Yeah.
hood ornament, the big cow horn hood ornaments.
Yeah.
Like what's Boss
Yeah.
Hog?
That's what we need to talk Alexis into doing with her Tesla.
One of my grandpa's friends had that on an old Cadillac. Looked like it was straight out of the movies. I remember that.
Yeah, didn't Boss Hog have them on his
Yep.
white Cadillac? Yeah.
I need to do that for the buggy. I've got a center cap for the gas tank
Mm-hmm.
that I can put something on. I'll
Yeah,
suggest that to my wife and see what she thinks.
They banned them, didn't they? Because they were sharp.
I hear
don't
it
know.
probably depends
could
on what
cause
state you're in. Well, stuff like that, they usually don't ban on a federal level here. It would be by state by state. They probably, I'm sure there's some states that probably, like places like
Oh,
California and stuff, you probably wouldn't be allowed to have it because they don't like obstructions in front of you. They'd consider that an obstruction.
Yeah, but my gas cap part, it screws on. So I could just make it where I could screw one on, screw the horns on, take them off.
Yeah.
You get inspected, take it off.
Yeah, a lot of the very regulated states when it comes to driving, you probably couldn't have cow horns on your hood anymore. I'm sure you'd probably get pulled over in New York or California or Jersey for that. Oh, you can't even if having a fucking air freshener on your damn rear view mirror in California, you get pulled over. It's stupid.
Yeah, you're not
I
supposed
have-
to have them dangling from your mirrors here either now.
Oh, like I understand when you get some of these girls that like to bedazzle their cars and they got 50 fucking things hanging from their mirror. That I get.
Yeah.
But just to have a single little pine tree air freshener hanging from your mirror and then they ticket you for that, that's ridiculous.
It's still
I'm sorry.
obstruction.
I've never had a air freshener annoy me so bad when I'm driving down the road that I feel like it's obstructing my view.
I wouldn't use freshener. I like the mint ones.
Oh yeah, the vent ones, yeah.
Yeah, air fresheners always seem to be a bit of a waste of time in a convertible.
I like the old.
Yeah. I'm talking about my truck.
All right.
I'm partial to black ice myself. Or new
Black
car
ice.
smell.
Yeah.
I like black ice or the new car smell. Either one of those, I usually get one of those. Black ice can be very overpowering. You gotta, it's very
Oh.
strong.
Any air freshener. When I open up a new air freshener, I sit outside for like half a day.
And the
Yeah.
couple of people I watched do the pine tree air freshener unboxings where they bought the big variety pack because you can buy this like big 100-pack variety pack.
Can you
Where they
imagine what
send
they were?
you, well, they sent two, like they give you like 2 of every single scent that they make in this big
Yeah.
variety pack. No, both the people I watched do it, they were opening each one and smelling it, and they got to a point where they're halfway through the box, they had a massive ass headache. 'Cause
Yeah.
they were,
You're
Yeah.
smelling those chemicals and you can't smell anything. It's like, yeah.
oh yeah, I can imagine what the room smelled like after opening all those. Jesus. And a lot of people don't realize on the pine tree air fresheners, you're actually only supposed to tear the packaging a little bit and you're supposed to slowly pull it down from over the air freshener. But most people just rip it all the way open and just pull the whole thing out. You're really not. If you read the directions in the packing, it actually tells you not to do that. Because it kind of, you pull it and then you pull it down one level on the tree. And then you know, after 3, 4, 5 days, a week, whatever, when scent starts going away, you pull it down to the next level.
Yeah, they dry out pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I never knew that.
I don't do it anyway. I just fucking rip them open because I can go to the car wash and get them for $1 a piece. It's really not
Like I
breaking
said,
the bank.
I
so.
use ones that set an event.
And I
Yeah.
don't keep them consistently in my car anyway. I only put one in there every couple of months. I might stop and grab an air freshener and throw it in there.
If you take your car in to one of our car washes where they do it by hand and clean everything inside and out, a bit like a mini valet, they always stick a bloody air freshener with an advert on the mirror when they've finished, whether you want it or not.
Oh, we got a place here that does a pretty good job. You can take your car in and for like, I think it's like $35, they'll run it through the car wash. They'll clean it, they'll wash it, and then they'll hand dry it and they'll like I don't know, use some kind of like wax polish. They'll do the outside of the car real quick, get it all nice and shiny, and then they'll, as they're doing that, there's a whole team of people that jump inside your car and they just detail it all and they vacuum it, and they do a pretty good job. I mean, they're not the best, but for what you're paying, it's not bad. Like you can get your
That
car
is
pretty clean within like 20-30 minutes, you know.
that is supposedly a really good, if you're looking for a side hustle
Uh-huh.
job, is doing mobile car detailing. Get your basic vacuum equipment and cleaning supplies and stuff, and you sell a service that you'll go to where their car is. They give you the keys, you
Oh,
go out,
yeah.
you detail the car while they're working, and then you go on and
Oh, this place pumps feed the cars out, dude. You go in there and
oh yeah,
there's
that's
probably
good.
I'm
talking about this is a side hustle that people have
Oh, yeah.
started doing. Just setting up so they pull up in their truck or car or whatever they've got, and they go to work on your car while you're working or whatever.
Oh yeah, mobile detailing's big around here. I see a lot of
Yeah.
people doing it. But yeah, this place, they stay busy. They have about 30 people working there. And like I said, they'll jump all on one car and they'll have it done within like 10, 15
yeah.
minutes. But they do a damn good job. Now, if you're going and you're really looking for shit they missed, you're gonna find little things here and there. But for what you're paying and how quick it is, you really
Yeah.
can't beat it.
If you're paying for a detail job where they get in, they steam clean the vents and stuff like that, that's going to cost you.
Yeah, yeah.
But just for a quick wipe down of everything and a vacuum of everything,
Yeah, I find it to be a really good deal. Like I said, you can go and you can probably find little things in the car where you're like, oh, they missed that, but it's nothing that's crazy.
right?
And if if you want to go out like with your wife for the night and have a night out and you just want to get your car clean real quick, it's not a bad way to go.
One thing, why don't I have fuzzy dice that I can have my buggy?
I
Don't you
thought
think
you were
that-
talking about a belt. Fuzzy
Don't you
dice.
think I should have fuzzy dice somewhere so whenever I park the buggy, I can just hang fuzzy dice so it looks kind of cool?
Yeah,
I think that's a must.
I'm thinking I need to find some fuzzy dice.
Yeah, my mate made himself a lot of money out of franchising car washes. He used to go find sites, rent them, kit them out, and franchise them out.
I'm back with all my computers on now. The one I replaced here, I replaced over there with the one that was over there and that over here and here.
All right. Well, it's starting to
Oh.
rain out here. So I'm going to go inside and I'll see you guys later.
Okay, Don,
See you, Don.
have a good one. Get your fuzzy dice on.
I think Paul's room must look like NASA.
Well, I got the electric bill to kind of prove it.
I bet that's a fire waiting to happen.
Yeah, my electric bill is almost $400 a month.
Wow.
Because I get notice that all your neighbors are spending $70 a month. What?
Yeah.
Well, Each their own.
Doesn't surprise you the amount of shit you got running in your house. I gotta go in the morning to the bus yard to finish this stuff up.
You are?
I gotta go to the bus yard in the morning at 9 o'clock to finish this stuff up.
Uh,
And get yourself all your
Get
paperwork.
ready for his world premiere.
When do you start?
Well, the class isn't even till the 7th, of October, so sometime after that.
what are you doing, Justin?
Just doing a bus attendant. Gotta watch the kids on the bus.
Oh,
So they're
yeah.
doing nothing stupid.
I think you'd be
It's
good
all-
at that.
All our school buses have like a bus driver, plus they have somebody that watches the kids, like an attendant sits
An
on the
attendant.
bus, keeps an eye on 'em.
To get paid for that?
Yeah, I think I'm doing that shit out of the kindness of my heart.
Oh, no. Well, some people do that. Well, the school
No.
side of things.
Well, what you need to do,
No, it's not volunteer.
Justin, is you need to pick up some of those little like applesauce and apple juice and any kind of juice. Put it in a cooler and take it with you and sell it to the little bastards.
Not allowed to drink or eat on the buses.
Well, you get them little bags, you know? The ones that are in a bag with a straw.
Yes. Sun pack,
Yeah.
something like that.
Right. I need to jump off, guys.
Okay, Rob, we're gonna close her down here shortly anyway.
It's been a pleasure.
I'm gonna
Okay,
jump
Rob,
off as
thanks
well.
for being here, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
Catch y'all later.
Rob.
Okay, all right. Okay, Justin, Mark, we'll see you later today.
Yeah.